the middle of May and I'm in Newmarket, not somewhere you'd usually see a jump jockey, but I've come to the British Racing School to try and give Laura, one of the main employees in Racing UK, a few tips as to how to ride. She's going to ride the charity race later in the month, and I'm here with Richard Purr from the British Racing School to give her a tip or two, guide her in the right direction, or maybe learn something myself. Hey Laura, how are you? Good yourself?
Ruby, good
Richard,
morning.
how are you? Very good.
Good to see you.
Lovely place you have.
Yeah, it's great. British Racing School here in Newmarket. It's where it all happens, where it all starts.
Great. We're going to try and give Laura a tip or two. I'm going to get a lesson myself, you never know. We get cracking?
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Brilliant.
Go ahead. Okay, Ruby, Laura, this is where it all happens in respect of training the young jockeys, the simulator room here. We've got a range of different simulators. We're going to be using the Mark 9 simulator. It's a great big thing that is pretty realistic, moves from side to side as well as forwards and backwards. What do we want to gain from it?
I've never seen the new ones, but it's much narrower and thinner than the old ones, which for me resembles more what a horse is anyway. Yeah. But I suppose, Laura, if we're being very honest with you, it's a charity race you're riding in. No one's expecting you to be Tony McCoy or Frankie Dettori. So I suppose just the basics of keeping a horse balanced and going forward, I'd say would suffice.
Okay, amazing. Maybe teach me to change the reins and...
Yeah, change your hands maybe, but trust me, if you can manage to keep it balanced and running forward, you needn't worry too much about anything else. But Richard will guide you through that, so
okay.
Jump on and we'll get you going.
Swing your leg over, jump on there. I guess we ought to ride a race on this as well, just to give you a bit of an indication of
what's ahead of you.
Yeah, of what you've got to look forward to. How far's your race, by the way?
Mile 5.
Oh, perfect.
If I was to give you any advice before you start, I would go a hole down rather than a hole up, because the shorter you ride, the tighter you'll get.
Okay, but if the horse is keen?
Let him run.
Down to the start?
Hack him down, you'll be grand. You would honestly, especially for your first ride, it's a completely different fitness that you can't really replicate from riding out. So for your own sake, a hole down rather than a hole up will make it a hell of a lot more enjoyable.
Happy with that, yeah?
Just to do me anyway.
Yeah, okay. We can go home.
I wish my back was as straight.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
Good. Just relax your hand a little bit. If you sit too tight with that one, it'll just rub your knuckles a little bit, so just be careful of that.
Heel down, feet are in a good position, yeah, no problem.
Okay, we'll give a break there for a second. Good. Now, when it comes to adjusting your body weight, what's quite important is not adjusting it through your foot, because that will change your balance. Yeah. You're adjusting it more with the shape of your body.
Okay.
So what you've got to do is start playing around with the shape that you make with your body to make yourself really balanced, more so than dropping the heel down. Because if you drop your heel down, you tend to rely on your hand a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you can just bring your heel up, and as Ruby said, go on the ball of your foot, that gets your foot nice and level, and that gives you a really nice, secure start-off point for your balanced body position.
Because also with more pressure on the ball of your foot, it'll keep your lower leg much stiller, which will help the rest of your balance as well. If you have enough pressure on your feet, your body will get slack and your hips will roll, your knees will roll, and you'll start rolling with the horse. Whereas if you keep the pressure as much as possible onto the ball of your foot, it'll help your legs stay steadier and keep you more.
And if the horse is taking a hole, I've always previously put my heels back and pushed the...
That's a different story. When they start to take a grip with you, then by all means, you just lean your body back. Wait,
you have to try and anchor against them, so that's the natural. Okay. It's why jockeys get caught out skiing. The first thing you do to stop is go that way. When you're skiing, you should go that way.
Yes.
So, you know what I mean? So, obviously you have to create an anchor for yourself as best you can, but trying to hold a horse in a race that when you haven't ridden that much, that'll tire you out more than pushing them. It's people don't realise it. The free one is harder to ride than the lazy one.
Okay, so are you suggesting I just let it go?
Well, try and get a bit of cover, but I wouldn't fight it for too long.
What we would like to do is give you an indication of what it's going to be like to ride in pretty much a 1.5 mile race. I've got a 2 mile race set up on the screen that we can have a look at and let you run through. In 3, 2, 1... go.
Desert followed further back by Smollett as they come to the last one down the back. And it's Ali Kinsman, the first to rise. Lands over a length and a half from Smollett. Just called it a day. 5 or 6.
They're starting to turn in, so you could probably just change your hands and grab a fresher hold of them, get them a bit tighter. They're starting to quicken. You needn't adjust your body position yet. It's like you can start to lower your back end down closer to the saddle and start to push with your hands a bit forward if you can. Drop your backside closer to the saddle. There you are now. Go on, keep pushing. Keep going. You've only 2 furlongs to run. Keep pushing. Keep your legs still if you can. If you're getting tired, re-grip and grip at your knees if you can a bit as well. You're passing the furlong, Paul.
How far do I have?
About a furlong. Keep going. Keep a good hold of them. You just keep in that rhythm, you're fine. Don't try and do anything else. Keep going. And you're there. Nearly. Perfect. Now. Bit tired?
I'm okay.
It will be much easier in the race because you'll have adrenaline, which you can't replicate in any simulator situation. You'll be out in the fresh air and other things will get to you, but do keep an eye on the furlong poles. However good or bad you're going, don't make an effort before you pass the 2 because you will get tired. It's as simple as that. And until you've had, it's like match practice for a footballer, until you've had games under your belt or rides under your belt for a jockey, you just will get tired. So you have to minimise how far you're going to push it if you can.
These guys have done this for years and years and years, and I can guarantee you on the first couple of rides that Ruby had, the first couple of rides I had, well actually the first, I don't know how many rides I had before it, I mastered it, yeah.
We tell the truth for a change,
it was brutal.
Okay.
It was horrible, and as soon as you pick your stick up, as Ruby said, the horse is going to wander around.
And you're not going to be able to use it of any real effect anyway.
Okay.
You're only going to be tapping him, so you might as well be tapping him on the shoulder.
Even if he's hanging off to the other side of the track?
He's hanging, just catch a hold of him.
Okay.
You're covered of every event.
He won't be hanging, will he?
You're riding a gorilla or what?
I was going to say. I'll tell you what, I've got a super horse for you to ride actually now. We're going to go up the straight and Ruby can have a look at your galloping and we'll go from there. So he's a lovely big generous horse. He's got a nice big long stride. But obviously before we canter, we're going to go and have a nice trot warm up anyway, so you can get a feel of him and have a look at the facilities, have a look at the gallop and so on.
That would be an ideal start, an ideal speed for her going to the start, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Be granted.
That's lovely, and just hold at that pace, Laura. Hold him at that pace. You can just come astride quicker, just relax the rein a little bit and just come up to me a little bit more, and we're just going to let him swing along a bit more.
You know, her seat is absolutely perfect. I mean, if you can maintain that for the rest, she'll be fine.
You can tell her that.
Your seat is absolutely perfect, Laura. Don't let your feet get too far forward.
Just be aware the gallop just starts to roll downhill here, so the horse will just start striding on a little bit more, but that's fine. You're fine as you are. Needs a new hat as well.
Yeah.
That one's too big for her. Okay, Laura, and you can start easing him up there. Well done.
Perfect.
Lovely job, well done.
I'd say in fairness to her now, she's not going to have any trouble, is she?
No.
Happy with that?
I'm very happy. If it were like this, it would be easy.
Yeah, well, I'd imagine you'd be writing something quite similar anyway. You should be. One technical thing, buy a smaller helmet. That was fractionally down your eyes, which wouldn't be a help.
I couldn't say a thing.
But your seat was fine, you're not blowing too hard. The race won't be that much dissimilar. You'll probably be going a little quicker, all right, but it'll be pretty much like that, same rhythm. You know, keep yourself balanced and keep the horse balanced and enjoy, most importantly, enjoy it, because before you know it, it'll be over. I do hope Laura managed to get some bit of advice from the tuition she got from myself and Richard. She'll probably take a bit more of his advice than she will mine. But if you want to sponsor Laura, you can do so on Laura's Just Giving page. I hope she has a good day in Kelso on Sunday. It's a dream for most people to ride in the charity race, and I hope it goes well for her, which it will. And a big thanks to the British Racing School for allowing us to take so much of their time.